So notes 3.3 and 4, example 10b, we just calculated the payment for the 30-year loan was $989.26. Now we want to suppose that the family decides to add money to that payment. So suppose they add an extra $73.84 to the monthly mortgage payment, starting at that very first one. We want to know how long would it take for the family to pay off the mortgage. So what this is going to do is the payment is now going to be what the payment used to be, $989.26. But now we're going to add to that this $73.84. So the new monthly payment would be $1,063.10. So the monthly payment is higher, but that's going to end up decreasing the amount of time that it takes them to pay off the loan, and thus would save them some interest. So now we want to know, well, how long is it going to take? How long will it take the family to pay off the mortgage? So that's asking us to solve for n. So we're still using the present value equations, but there is one where n is isolated. It's the equation that n equals ln of the payment minus ln of the payment minus the present value times I over 1 plus I ln of 1 plus I. Okay, so the things that are going to change in this equation from the previous part of this example is that the n is going to be different from 360. It should be lower than that now when we solve for it. The payment is now this 1063.10 number. So wherever I see payment, I'm going to write 1063.10. The present value of the loan is still this $165,000. That's still the amount that needs to be paid off. And the I is still this 0.005. Okay, so we're going to replace I with 0.005. So we end up setting up this equation, and this will give us a value for n. And this comes out to approximately 300. So it's going to take approximately 300 payments now to pay off this entire loan. And since it's a monthly mortgage payment, n is the number of months. So that means that it would take 300 months to pay off this mortgage, as opposed to the 360 that it would take before. So as years, 300 months is 25 years. So it's 300 months or 25 years. So since it was a 30-year loan originally, now it's a 25-year loan. So adding this $73 cut down 5 years of the loan. So that means that it also is going to save some interest. So now to get the interest saved, we want to know, well, how much was paid over the life of this loan? So the interest that was paid, well, first we want to find the total that was paid. And we'll get that by taking the number of payments and multiplying by the payment. So that would be the 300 months multiplied by the value of the new payment, 1063.10. To get that the total amount that's paid is now $318,930. So that's the total. Whereas previously the total was this $356,000 number. Now from that total, we're going to subtract the principal, which was $165,000, and that would give us $153,930, and that number is the total interest paid. So what we're asking for the interest saved is what's the difference between that $153,000 and the total interest paid previously. So we do 191,133.01 and subtract this 153,930 number, and we'd get 37,203.01. And we subtract this number from the previous interest.